Spare a thought for those living in Canada with those multi-million-dollar houses that are realistically worth 40 grand in Alabama. When I say multi-million-dollar homes in Canada, people think, oh my God, why are people buying homes with these pools and helicopter pads and tennis courts? Why are people buying this for in Canada when they can't afford it? Well, here's the thing, folks. It's just a teardown. So nobody freak out. Same home in Alabama, 40 grand. 70 grand in Florida for the same home that they're trying to sell in Vancouver, Toronto, and major cities across Canada. Same homes in rural parts of, like, even bigger cities. Yeah, we're getting completely gypped and ripped in Canada, and I've been warning people, and they're over-leveraging. Now, let's take a spare thought of what's happening in Canada. Here it is. Canadian business insolvency soar to the highest level in nearly 20 years. Hey, Mike, that's businesses. What does that have to do with housing? A lot has to do with housing. Why? Because people were using their homes as ATM machines, borrowing money from their homes, thinking it's going to go up forever, and opening business and funding business, or funding alien and businesses that are falling, and trying to keep it going and using their homes as a trust fund, right? Canadian businesses aren't just increasingly closing up shop. They are facing debt problems too. Office of Superintendent of Bankruptcies data shows that business insolvencies surged in January, a combination of slowing economy, rising input costs, soaring debt, and the end of the pandemic assistance has led to the biggest month for business insolvencies in nearly 20 years. And let's move on. It ain't over. We'll just keep going. Let's keep going here. Canadian mortgage delinquencies surge up 135% in Ontario, states Equifax. What is Equifax? Well, Equifax is the what do you call those guys? Your credit report. So Equifax manages, files, updates your credit report on I think it's a 25-day. Every 25 days, your credit report gets updated, and everything gets set in line so you know where you're at with your payments, what you're behind, what you owe, and how long you've been on file, how many gaps on file, and if you're credit seeking. I mean, I could talk about this for hours. So there it is, 135%, and Canadian mortgage delinquency rates are climbing. Canadians are experiencing significant hurdles repaying their supersized debts. Mortgage delinquencies climbed 52.3% to 0.14% in Q4 of 2023. Non-mortgage delinquency saw a rate climb of 28.9% to 1.3% over the same period. While the growth is higher, the rate is largely in line with historical data. So let's see if there's no graph here to show you guys, but it is happening, and we are getting destroyed. People that over leveraged are getting destroyed, and we'll stay on point here. Public sector hiring is driving the labor market in Canada. So government jobs, public sector, six-figure workers getting $100,000+ working for the government on the taxpayer's back. Six-figure worker. Private sector employment has decelerated amid higher rates, and TD's focused on job market, so it's decelerated. So the private sector is getting destroyed. And that's how we go to communism, folks. When it's going to become 70, 80. And what did we tell you on this beautiful channel here? Well, this is what we said. Government jobs destroying Canada by 2025, 60% public sector. By 2030, 80 to 85% public sector. We were already warning you guys. Private versus public sector jobs. Canadian interest rates were raised on junk employment data 6 years ago. Canadian economy is too dependent on public sector jobs. Nearly 9 out of 10 jobs created in 2021. Fake Canadian job growth. Public sector does not count. Mom and pops to be taxed to death. 4 years, 11 months ago. We've been warning you guys about private sector versus public sector and how we coast into communism here. And I wanted to make that really clear that we've been on the ball with this, and we've always been on the ball with this, and we've been warning you guys about this. And a lot of those videos I made warning people about this don't even have 40 views on them from 6 years ago. Nobody cares. But there it is right there, folks. We said it, and it's there.